Thank God.
Family, very quickly, I want to encourage you by saying that Miss Roscoe has done something that all of us must do. The Apostle Paul says, for if our earthly house is no more, which means that Miss Roscoe has been evicted, but she's not outdoors.
All right.
The Bible says that there is a building made by the hands of God, eternal in the heavens, prepared just for her.
Yes.
She has moved to a new home. And family and friends, in order for her to get to that new home, she had to go to sleep. And I want to tell you that all of us will have to go to sleep.
All right.
I want to say that sleep, number one, is ordinary. All of us out here, whether you believe it or not, one day we will have to go to sleep. Black folk and white folk, fat folk and skinny folk, ugly folk and beautiful folk, we all will have to go to sleep. The Bible says, as it is appointed unto men once to die, there comes the judgment. So sleep is ordinary. You cannot escape sleep.
No, you can't.
Second of all, I want to tell you that sleep is necessary.
Yes, it
It
is.
readies, revives, and rejuvenates us for the next day journey. Jesus said, come unto me, all of you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Job said one day the wicked will cease from troubling, and the weary will be at rest. John declares, I heard a voice from heaven saying, right, blessed are the dead, which die in the Lord. From henceforth they shall rest from their labors, and their works follow them. So sleep is ordinary, sleep is necessary. But thanks be unto God, Deacon Calvert, that sleep is temporary. Paul said, behold, I show you a mystery, that we shall not all sleep, but in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, we shall all be changed. In John chapter 11, two sisters called Mary and Martha called Jesus because their brother Lazarus went to sleep.
Yes, he did.
And they said, Martha said, Lord, if you would have been here, my brother would have died.
Yes,
I heard one of them say, we'll see him in the resurrection. And Jesus said, no, I am the resurrection.
All right now.
What they were speaking of, they were speaking with. What they were speaking about, they were speaking to. And so I don't want to tell Miss Roscoe goodbye. I just want to tell her good night. Because in the morning, we'll see her again. As I leave you, I'm reminded of a story. I grew up on Church Street in Moorhead. And next door to my house lived a large family. And so in this family were kids in elementary school, and they were middle school and high school students. And so we would all play outside on a regular basis. So I noticed one evening that the students would go in the house at different times.
All right.
The elementary students would go in the house first, and then the middle students would go in next, and finally the high school students would go in the house later. So one day I asked the question, I said, Mama, I said, I see all of you all have different curfews. You all go in the house at different times. But what happens in the morning when the alarm clock rings? Do you all have different times to get up? One of the boys said, no, Kyle, in the morning. We all get up at the same time. And all I'm saying is Miss Roscoe, she went in the house before you and I. But in the morning,
Come on now.
in the morning, we got to get up at the same time. I heard him say she can't get her crown until I get there. And what a morning it'll be when you'll see Mama again. You will see Auntie again. What a morning it'll be when fare be well. Nothing but joy, nothing but happiness, nothing but peace, no more sickness, no more doctor's offices. Oh, what a day it'll be when we all see God together in that great morning. May God bless you and may God keep you is my prayer.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.